Today, Apple held its annual WWDC conference, and I went into this thinking that it better be good because it's been hyped up a lot, and Tim Cook started it off saying it's going to be a really, really good one, and it was pretty boring up until we got to iOS 11, and specifically iOS 11 for the iPad. So the announcements that they gave for the iPad with iOS 11 were really, really exciting for me. So I thought I'd do a video just pretty much dedicated to that, and I'll just go into why I'm excited about each feature. So yeah, this is going to be a video saying my top favorite features with iOS 11 for the iPad specifically. So the first one is flicking on keys to access the symbols. So this is something where basically each of the keys is going to have its own kind of symbol, and you're going to be able to flick on it. So for example, I'm probably going to say the wrong letters to the wrong numbers, but for example, let's say A will do hashtag. If you flick on it, then yeah, you can just flick on it to do the hashtag, and this is obviously going to save loads and loads of time. Because you don't have to be switching between symbols and things like that. So, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be great. Drag and drop was also leaked a bit ago, so we kind of knew this was coming, but I didn't know it was going to be working this well. So, yes, you can have two apps in split screen, and you can now drag and drop things between them. So, for example, if you've got a picture within the Pictures app, you can drag and drop it into an email, say, for example. But what you can actually do is you can long press on that picture, and you can actually tap on other pictures to select them, and then drag and drop it across, and it will drag all those photos. But what you can also do is you can actually select all those photos by doing the same thing, then swipe up, and then it will bring you into the new app switcher, which was actually going to be another one of my features, but let's just say it now anyway. So it will bring you into the app switcher, and then you can select the other app, and basically it will keep the photos dragged, and then you can drop them into that app. So yeah, it's kind of like working on a Mac. You can take photos, you can have them dragged, and then you can switch into a different app, then drop them. It's working really, really great, and I'm actually really excited about drag and drop in iOS 11. And naturally moving on from that, there's the Files app. So this is pretty much like Finder for your iPad, which, I mean, finally. This is going to have stuff like Documents, it's going to have your desktop, it's going to be called, and I think this is all going to be syncing with your Mac. So if you've got desktop and documents in the cloud enabled on your Mac, I think it's going to be syncing them over. I mean, I imagine it would do. But it's also going to have all the things like favorites. So your favorite folders are going to be synced between your Mac and the iPad. There's also going to be tags that are going to be synced if you actually use those. And yeah, you're going to be able to do the same thing of selecting multiple things by long pressing on something, then selecting other things, then dragging it into folders or whatever you want. And you can actually make new folders on here too, and they'll sync across your devices. And yeah, but a really, really nice feature that they kind of brushed over in the keynote that I think is going to be really handy is the fact that you can long press on files in the dock, and you can see your 4 most recent files that you put into there, and you can just quickly drag and drop those into the app that's currently open. And yeah, I did mention about using the dock when an app's open, so the dock can now be used pretty much anywhere in the iPad. You can just swipe up from the bottom and the dock will be there. You can use this to quickly open up other apps. You can use it to drag apps off the dock and basically open them up in a window within the app that you can drag and drop stuff between and like that. So those are the features that are going to be available on all the iPads, but I also wanted to mention the Apple Pencil features, which are going to be available on the iPad Pros. So with the Apple Pencil, you're going to be able to do a lot of things in Notes. So you're going to be able to do inline drawings within Notes, which is pretty nice. So you're going to be able to pretty much just like get rid of text in a certain area and draw within that area. You're going to be able to do this thing where you're going to be able to launch Notes by just tapping the pencil on the lock screen, which is kind of like what we've seen on the Galaxy Note line, where you can take the stylus out and start drawing on the screen. And handwritten notes within Notes are going to be searchable now, even if you've got pretty bad handwriting apparently. So you're going to be able to search in Spotlight for certain words, and if those words are even handwritten, then it will be able to find that document and open it up from Spotlight, which is pretty nice. And there's also going to be a document scanner built into Notes, which will save you having to use a third-party app, which it actually does look pretty good, but you're going to have to try it for yourself to see if it's any good or not. So those are the big updates to the iPad with iOS 11. This is a really, really big update for the iPad, and it's actually made it useful for productivity now, I feel. Because before they were like showing those ads for the iPad Pro and things like that, and they were making it seem like it's good for productivity when it just wasn't. But I really feel that Apple is really stepping up their game with iOS 11 with the iPads, and it's actually looking like a good option now when it comes to productivity, because it's easy to carry around. It's got the Apple Pencil and things like that. I mean, yeah, you have to buy it separate, but it's got the functionality there, and it does look like a pretty viable option now. But I want to know what you think down below in the comments, so be sure to let me know your thoughts down below, and be sure to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to see more videos coming in the near future with Plex videos as well as other videos that I've got planned. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoyed WWDC if you watched it too. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.